Choo Choo Charles released in 2022 as an indie horror game developed by Two Star Games. You play as a monster archivist that receives a call from your buddy Eugene to come take care of Charles. Choo Choo Charles, the evil spider locomotive that has been terrorizing the residents of an island called Araneum. Once meeting up with Eugene, I couldn't believe the neck on this guy. He leads you to the train that you'll be using throughout the entire game. Also, I don't know how old Eugene is, but my guy is in great shape. Imagine trying to play tag with him. He's never gonna be it. He's so fast. Once getting your train on the tracks, Charles shows up early at quite a surprise. This ain't Thomas the Train. This is a nightmare. Charles hits your train, causing Eugene to fall out, and Charles straight up bodies him. Before Eugene dies, he tells you to find the eggs and find his son. We'll come back to this. Throughout the game, you gain different weapons that are interchangeable to battle Charles when he suddenly attacks. As the game progresses, Charles hangs around longer, so you'll need to build up your train by using scrap parts found spread out all over the island. You can spend them to increase your speed, health, damage, and armor. There are side missions to complete if you'd like. This is a great way to get even more scrap and learn more about the people who actually live on this island. You're given a map screen that shows you the path of the train tracks. You can change this path by pulling a lever. The map also indicates where the missions are. Once finding Eugene's son Paul, he tells you the plan to eliminate Charles for good. However, they need you to execute it. You have to find 3 of the special glowing eggs, and once you obtain them, this summons Charles in his final form. Hell Charles. After the battle, Paul has set explosives on a bridge and sets them off as Charles passes over it. Charles then falls, landing face first, killing him on wooden spikes. The credits begin immediately. This was such an awesome ending. Usually I would want more after the death of the main villain, but it's a satisfying end. Following the end credits, deep in a cavern, you see another spider train egg that remains. But then, the camera pans out to reveal hundreds more remain. The residents don't know it yet. They're going to have to burn this island to the ground. A full playthrough will probably only last you about 2 hours. For what it is, I find this to be a great time though. If it were any longer, it may start to feel repetitive. Choo Choo Charles isn't a full-on horror game with jump scares around every corner. The moments that are most intense are when you hear Charles's whistle coming from a distance. It's letting you know he's coming. And being away from your train and having Charles show up is a whole other story. I was screaming my head off trying to hide from him. Or when heading into the mines, you have to find the eggs. You must try to do so without being seen by the cultists. The cultists are led by the mining company owner, Warren Charles III, who is protecting these eggs. If I could have changed anything, it would have been during these stealthy parts. Maybe having things to hide in if you're seen, or being able to peek around walls, or even crouch. Anytime I got seen, I just had to run. You can lose them, but it doesn't happen often. Some will complain that the characters' mouths don't move while talking, but I'm just happy the game has voiceover. Not every game has to feel like a AAA title to be good. I love the rainy gray setting that it has. It gives that feel that this island isn't going to clear up until its problem gets solved. I always say graphics are not everything. And honestly, this looks like it could have been a game from the PS2 original Xbox generation. It's a fun game though, and it's available basically on everything: PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo.